Hi guys, Vechs here. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. I'm pretty sure at this point you guys are familiar with the fact that I absolutely love my Easy 2 here, the M4A3E2 Sherman. And I think it's an amazing tank. We had a tier 7 battle with it and I got first place on my team, and I got Mastery Badge Ace Tanker, and I got High Caliber. My armor this match was about one-third, bounced about 33% of hits, just to do some quick and easy math there. And yeah, it was on, what was it on? Ruinberg on Fire. It's an alright map. I guess it's okay. I don't have any real compliments or complaints either way for that map. I did a lot of good for my team, and I even popped off 2 heat shells. I bet you guys can't possibly guess what I fired heat shells at. Alright, but yeah, that's 40,000 credits and 3750 XP. Pretty good match. Gonna shout out to our artillery wherever he is on this list. Yeah, I think you. Is that our only artillery? No. Oh, I think it was going to be, I think it's this guy, the FV304. Shout out to him, because he did pretty good. He drops a shell right on a guy, and I see it, and it looks awesome. But yeah, we did a little bit of everything this match, like a good medium. And we did it with copious amounts of armor. Okay, let's take a look at the match. So on this map, I decide that since I'm in the Easy 2, I would probably be best off going into the town. Although I think you could make some arguments for hull down strategies over on the eastern side of the map. This time I'd go into the town because I know my gun has meh accuracy, and I'll do a lot better up close. I tell my team that we got to get rid of their IS because he's the biggest threat, I believe. I'm kind of confused about what this M7 is doing here so far ahead. I kind of would have expected an M7 to hold back and wait for an opening and then try to go for our artillery. Although he could be baiting me. He could definitely be baiting me. And I do get hit here, I think, from something. Trying to kill this guy. Well, so far I've lost about 130 HP. Now, this guy shouldn't be calling his team useless. That's not cool. I think he's just... Yeah, stop doing that, man. That's not sporting. I can't resist poking at him a bit. I think I ask him if he's... Yeah, you butt mad? I think he's just mad because he drove out first and got killed. And I don't really know... Yeah, the other M7 says you're the one who died in 60 seconds. Yeah, I don't really know what he expected to do in an M7 because the gun on the M7 is not very strong. So I guess you'd like to go up and play, like what I'm doing is peekaboo. And I notice the Stug over here. This is a bad idea. This gets me popped. Yeah, I can take a pop by the Stug. That was stupid. Oh, Hellcat, no! Oh, Hellcat bounced. That was the important bounce right there. And I think I get that Hellcat and I hit him for 388. And he's like, ugh. And the Hellcat pops me back for 225. I think I made him mad. He's like, oh, that guy got me. I got to get him back. So I get in this crater. I don't know. I think the crater is good for hiding your lower glacis. Can I not get killed by the Stug, please? Great. And he doesn't fire there, so that's cool. But yeah, I was playing peekaboo with the HE gun. I get him right there. I don't know if he knew I could see him. Oh, did you see that? There was that nice little artillery round come sailing in from the FV304. Shout out to you. That was a nice shot, man. I appreciate that help. Tip of the hat to the FV304. Wag of the finger to the enemy M7 for cussing out his own team in all chat. I've turned chat back on because I find it helpful. I find it helpful to be able to tell people little strategies like, we gotta get, like follow me. The pre-can chats are pretty good, but every now and then I want to like tell somebody and try and work up a plan or something. I kind of wish there was a pre-done message for I'm scouting, get ready, because that's one I use a lot. I've got this T-150 trapped here. I'm keeping him permanently tracked with my shots. I'm just not letting him move. And he's getting killed by our team. This is a great strategy. Do you see where I'm shooting here? Let me rewind this. I want to show this off. This is something I do all the time with the HE shell. Let me slow this down for you. I'll slow it down to 1/16 speed. I'm aiming at the inside of the tread there. Do you see where I'm aiming? I move my mouse over. Yeah, there you go, right there. And you see that? I'm pointing at this. Why am I pointing at the screen? Boom. That was almost perfectly placed. What hitting there does is the explosive will typically press against the underside of the glacis plate and do damage to the hull like that, and it will also track the tank. So I'm making sure to track the tank and do some pretty good damage to the hull where the armor is typically going to be weakest. Because the way the high explosive algorithms work is they try to, like, the explosive shockwave tries to seek out the lowest armor and penetrate that. So yeah, I'm putting shots into the underside of his tank to make the shell explode underneath his tank and get at that weak under armor. I highly recommend that strategy on all dirt guns if you have time to take the aim here. I missed that shot. This is where I actually pull out heat rounds, high explosive anti-tank. And I'm getting them right there with it in the butt. Because this is the IS. This is the scariest thing on their team, in my humble opinion. And I'm willing to use 2 gold rounds if it means I kill the guy. Now all the dead bodies are messed up because we round the thing. And now I switch back to normal HE. But that's an instance where I feel like it's my duty to my team to try the hardest I can to get rid of that big threat. Because if I can get rid of the IS, then we'll have a much easier time. So that's a situation where I'm willing to pull out the gold rounds and use them. Even I could have honestly just used HE and saved myself money, but you know, I want to make sure our team wins this. And the heat rounds have more penetration than the HE, and they'll do like max damage once they penetrate, and they would penetrate the rear. You have to watch out against slope armor though. I think with the HE, I need to, you know what, I'm not going to talk about heat right now because I need to go research exactly how it works on sloped armor, because it does something kind of funny, and I got to go figure out what it is. So I catch the enemy artillery piece as he tries to run away. I see the M7 over there, but I don't think he saw me. And I noticed that I'm really hurt, so I try to pull in here, and what I'm doing here, let me slow down. The way I'm trying to position myself is from their point of view shooting at me. I think they'd shoot from about, actually right on my office, yeah, right about here. They have some choices when they shoot at me. I'm side scraping. I'm presenting a very steep angle on my side armor, so I'm pretty sure a shot would auto bounce on the side armor. And then I've got my front armor, which is already angled like that, but now it's angled even more going off to the side. This is called side scraping, where you turn slightly to the side, looking around a corner. And I'm trying to just give them, and I could do it the opposite way too, actually. And now that I think about it, the opposite, turning my tank to the right, may actually be a better idea, better position. But the best thing for them to shoot at, I think, at this point might be my commander's hatch or my lower glacis, maybe. But anyway, let's go back to normal speed. So I'm staying put, and I'm going to see if my team can spot these guys, and I'll shoot at them. But unfortunately, they don't. The Wolverine appears towards the east of the map in a bit, and they start capping. And I keep thinking the M7 will come charge us to try to reset and try to do some damage, but it looks like the M7 just hides. And the Wolverine, I can't really have a shot on him, and he gets killed. And then that's pretty much it. We capture. So that's some city fighting with the Easy 2 versus heavy tanks that are higher tier and bigger than it. I think it holds its own really well, and that's why I love this tank so much. And my armor did its job sometimes. I bounced some shots. I think I'd be dead right now if it didn't bounce that first Hellcat shot. Yeah, but that's about it. That's a good city fight in the Easy 2. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Until then, take it easy. And FV304, you're awesome. Thanks, man.